Medicare 101, the basics of Medicare. That's what we're going to talk about right here today on the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel. And we're going to go over the beginnings, the very basic of Medicare, so you have an understanding as well as I, because having been a financial planner for well over 20 years and have some serious experience in various aspects of financial planning, Medicare is not one I have much experience with. So it's good for me to share with you what I'm learning. And hopefully you can get some from this as well, because it's incredibly important, actually, incredibly important for your health insurance to understand how it works. So welcome to Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel, my friends, the place you come to learn about Medicare, Social Security, and everything else that's related to financial planning out there. And one thing that's interesting about Medicare and health insurance is that, like J.O. said, the guy I interviewed the other day, health insurance is a financial product. All right, health care is not a financial product. Health insurance is. Health insurance and health care are two completely different things. So to be a financial planner without a good knowledge of health insurance is not really a great financial planner, in my opinion. And we're going to fix that by going into this educational tutorial, if you will. And hopefully you'll come along for the ride. So don't forget to subscribe down below. Hit the red subscribe button and then hit the notification bell to be notified for future content. All right, because we do a video a day here at least. So let's go dive into this. Over Blue Cross Blue Shield, this is of Georgia, and I'll do another episode actually where we kind of compare some. I don't have it here. I compare some cost for. I'll do another video on this. I think this would be actually pretty interesting. I'll probably do it right now after this video with the same shirt. So I do, but Blue Cross Blue Shield has this pretty interesting thing here on their website. You can download. Thank you for. Was it that one or is it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Thank you for your interest in Medicare supplement insurance from Blue Cross Blue Shield. Now, Medicare supplements, all right, those are Medigap policies, and they're all the same. All the benefits are the same, 100%. Anthem, I guess that's Blue Cross, Aetna is what I meant to say. They all offer the same things, United Healthcare, and I'm not all that familiar with all the varying companies, but just remember, they all offer the same stuff. They might price them different, and they'll certainly be priced different based on your community, even your zip code, as a matter of fact. So this is not an endorsement of Blue Cross. I just thought it was interesting because this is the one in my neck of the woods, and I thought I'd just share this with you. So first and foremost, how does Medicare work? We got Part A, which is hospital coverage. That's the building. They cover inpatient care in a hospital, skilled nursing facility. Now, keep your mind on that because that's going to change, but not long-term care. So just keep that in mind. They're not caring you for caring. They're not covering caring. They're covering curing. All right. So curing versus caring. Original Medicare Part B is cover the cost of doctor services, outpatient care, and some healthcare services, as well as lab tests or medical equipment. Most preventive services, including an annual wellness exam. All right. So just remember, A is for the building, B is for the services. Part C is Medicare Advantages. Now, these replace original A and B, all right, there's going to be rolled into that, and they're provided by health insurance companies. They do require an annual enrollment, so every year it can change, and they may have a PPO kind of thing or an HMO, something like that, a network. Now, these do change on a regular basis in terms of what they offer and the premiums they charge and whatnot like that, especially if they throw their Part D in there, which is prescription drugs. So that's always changing for sure. So Part C is Medicare Advantage. Part D is prescription drugs. And Medicare Advantage can combine A, B, and C into one plan. All right. And Part D is prescription drugs. All right. So importance of Medicare supplement plans. So these are the Medigap plans that bridge the gap in costs that are not covered by Part A and Part B, which is considered the original Medicare. All right. So they cover Medicare A and B deductibles, co-insurance, or co-payments. They cover Medicare Part B excess charges, skilled nursing facility care co-insurance, and we're talking about that, and foreign travel emergency. So remember, the Medigap plans and Medicare Advantage, which is Part C, are two different things. Now, A and B is what original Medicare is. It covers the hospitals and it covers the doctor services for the most part. D is what Bush passed in 2003, I think it was, under the Medicare, the prescription drug plan, and then Medicare supplement. Right here, Medicare Part C is Medicare Advantage, and then supplemental plans are Medigap. All right. So right here, original Medicare has substantial deductibles and co-payments that are your responsibility. That means you can easily spend thousands of dollars each year on medical costs, known as the donut hole. They're not fully covered by original Medicare. And as we talked about in my interview with Jay, A and B have unlimited upside cost to you. Okay, so the original Medicare does not have an out-of-pocket maximum. It just does not. Now, all Medicare Advantage plans do have out-of-pocket maximums. That's a fact. All Medicare Advantage plans have out-of-pocket maximums. All right, so other reasons to consider a Medicare supplement, which is Medigap. All right, so we got Medigap. Financial security. It provides coverage for gaps in original Medicare, helping you safeguard your retirement savings. Guaranteed renewable. Once you enroll, you can keep your plan for life with no annual enrollment. Once enrolled in your Medicare supplement insurance plan, your coverage is guaranteed for the life of the plan with only 3 restrictions or exceptions: non-payment of premiums, material misrepresentation, or the company's withdrawal from the marketplace. All right, so that is one thing you got to consider. And I don't know the answer. If one company withdraws from the marketplace, are you automatically going to another? I don't know the answer to that. So it'll be something we need to research. Portability. If you move, your Medicare supplement plan moves with you. So that's good to know. I was wondering about that. No referrals. You're free to choose, and you can go to any Medicare approved provider or facility under the Medigap plans. And plan benefits won't change. Plans only change to keep pace with original Medicare to keep those gaps full. So it's very comforting. All right, so let's go down here. All right, so here are the Medicare supplemental plans. This is just from Blue Cross. I don't know what other companies do. And again, this is just a real basic tutorial, frankly, for me and maybe for you. And so here's the amount Medicare pays on the left. Here's your plan A, plan F, plan G, and plan N. My understanding is Plan F is going away for new enrollees in 2020 because there is no copay or deductible, one of those things. And because of that, a lot of people are using, at least the concern was a lot of people are using their medical for just like a thumbnail tack or something like that. And so it looks like Plan G might be the best one standing, but I don't know. I'm not licensed. I'm just going off what I've heard. You need to do your own research. But anyway, this is pretty interesting because look, amount Medicare pays for your first 60 days in Part A in a hospital, they'll pay everything but $1,340. But then Plan F and G, they cover the whole thing. So you have no out-of-pocket costs in that regard for sure. And the same thing here. If you're in the hospital for 61 to 90 days, they'll cover it. If you're in the hospital for 91 days and after, they'll cover it again. So that's good. I mean, that means you are not having an out-of-pocket calamity because of your hospitalization in a hospital for more than 3 months. Because I mean, actually, after 60 days, because after 60 days, you're on the hook for your own, and that's not cheap. Now, here's where it gets bad, though. Okay, skilled nursing care. Look, and again, we're going to look at F and G for the time being. So do you see that 0? They don't cover anything after the 100th day. And that's why usually most long-term care insurance policies will have basically a deductible, essentially, an enrollment, a waiting period, if you will, of like 90 days, 90 to 120 days or so, because essentially they're going to cover what Medicare does, what your Medigaps cover, and then after that, you're on your own. So was it enrollment period extended? I forget. It's an E starts with the anyway. So it's a deductible essentially. How long? A waiting period essentially is what it is. So you got 90 days for your Medicare for long-term care insurance kicks in, and then they'll kick in generally for long-term care insurance because again, look, they're covering everything for the first 100 days if you're Medigap. So if you have skilled nursing care for 100 days, why would you have your waiting period at 90 days? You probably want it for 100 days because that's when Medigap kicks in. But again, you got to look at that yourself. Part B, medical expenses. Again, Part B deductible is $183 on F, and then they don't cover anything on your deductible on G. You got to come up with that $183. Not very expensive. And then anything above the excess charge for Part B, they both cover 100%, which is good. And then travel emergencies, they both cover 80%. So a lot of good stuff in there, if you will. And they use a pretty good example here. I want to share with you. So protecting yourself, coverage in the gaps in original Medicare. As you can see from the chart on the previous page, different Medicare supplemental plans, Medigap, cover different types of medical costs. So let's take a closer look at the out-of-pocket costs with original Medicare with Plan F and Plan G. You are covered by original Medicare when you are unexpectedly hospitalized and have major surgery. After a 15-day stay in the hospital, followed by 22 days in a skilled nursing facility. So remember, 15 days in the hospital. So the first thing we can do is say, okay, hospital. All right, well, Medicare covers the whole thing other than the 1340, which our plan F and G will. And then we have 22 days in a skilled nursing care, which is right here. So first 20 days are all paid for Medicare. Then the next 2 days are covered by our plan F and G, if that makes sense. So, all right. You learn the physician does not accept the Medicare approved amount, Medicare assignment. As a result, you are responsible for the 20% not covered by your Part B coinsurance and the physician's excess charge up to 15% over the Medicare approved amount. Let's compare your out-of-pocket costs with original Medicare only, and then if you had purchased a supplemental plan F or G. For illustrative purposes, the amount remaining after Medicare has paid their 80% under Part B is $12,000. You would be responsible for $2,400 of that, which is 20% of the $12,000. In addition, since the provider does not accept Medicare as payment in full, we will assume the excess charge is $600. All right, so this is what I like. I like this breakdown. So here's your two plan F and G, and here's original Medicare. So if you only had original Medicare, you're going to be you have to pay that right there because out of pocket, that's a deductible. You got 2 days of skilled nursing care because they pay the first 20 days. Then you got your Part B deductible, which you got to pay. And then you got the 10%, and then you got the $600, or the 20% of the $12,000, excuse me. And then you got the $600 for the amount that is above the Medicare approved amount. So you're out $5,000. But with your two plans here, you're not out of anything other than the $183 for the Medicare Part B deductible and your Plan G. So the question is it worth a Plan G to pay for the deductible in terms of the cost? I don't know what the premiums are. We'll run those numbers in another video, but that's the question because all you're out here is $183, and presumably you save that by having a lower premium, I'd imagine. So I hope that makes sense. So again, Medicare will cover you at the hospital. You still got to come up with $1,300. If it's still skilled nursing care, you're only in there for 2 days on top of the 20 days they cover. So you're on the hook for that. You got to pay the $183 Part B deductible, and you got to pay 20% above the $12,000 Medicare approved amount. That's on you, and then you got to pay the $600 for the excess charge that the doctor charges. So that's a big deal. So the question is, if this were to happen, that doesn't seem that far fetched. Would you have $5,000 or you have 183? I'd rather have 183 or zero, of course. But we're not talking about the plans right here. We're just talking about the difference in how much it costs you. And then they offer the rest just kind of goes on to some Blue Cross Blue Shield stuff. So I thought that's pretty interesting. And then you can do some extra packages with Georgia, dental, vision, stuff like that. Again, this is just Blue Cross. I have no idea if Blue Cross is, what you should look at. I don't know. That's up to you. But if you basically bundle it, if you will, it's kind of almost like a home insurance. If you bundle your car, home, and auto, or car, auto, home, and what's the other one? Auto, home, and umbrella. Seems like there's another one too. You get a discount. And they talk about the discounts here. So if you got the premium package plus, it costs $46 a month on top of whatever your plan, your Medigap F or G would be. So something interesting to look at. And I'll put a link in the show notes for this. I thought this was pretty interesting from the Blue Cross, and it helped me a lot in terms of my own understanding of how Medicare works. So again, the hospitalization, the 60 days Medicare covers. The first 20 days of skilled nursing, they cover as well. Anything under that, you're on the hook, though. And you need some kind of plan to offset that to protect the bottom line. There's just no getting around that. And I'm going to do a video here right now about the cost of these other plans, too. So I think you stay with me. You'll find that informative because we'll look at, like I said, Fulton County here in Georgia. All right. Thanks, guys. Oh, as always, don't forget to subscribe. Notification bell because I do videos every single day. And then don't forget to go to the blog, the podcast, the blog at heritagewealthplanning.com, heritagewealthplanning.com. If you like the content here, a thumbs up are always helpful. And don't forget to put a comment down there too. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.